Just decide. My wife Debbie always says, make a decision, even if it's wrong. I could not agree more with Debbie. If you're a leader of any sorts, making decisions is a must. I have many mentors, such as Tom Hopkins, Brian Tracy, Zig Ziglar, Michael Gerber, Darren Hardy, Dale Carnegie, Dennis Waitley, Earl Nightingale, Jack Canfield, Jay Abraham, Jim Rohn. I can go on and on and on with the list of guys who I have studied over the years, who I have been excited about because they seem to be very successful. And I've learned what those successful people do and other successful people do and how they go about mastering certain success principles. I've also adopted many of these principles into my own repertoire, will you? The truth is, everyone wants to be successful in one way or another, but very few people are willing to do the hard work that it often takes, that generally consists of a lot of no-frills, tedious, boring tasks that you do over and over and over again. Exactly what Darren Hardy talks about in his recent book, The Compound Effect. If you haven't gotten it, I endorse it. Great book. Why is it that others are so afraid to study and apply the lessons from the masters who have already done it? One of these lessons from the masters is making decisions. Making the decision. I'll tell you a short story. I was afraid of making decisions at one time in my life and very fearful of making the wrong decision. And what would happen to me if I made the wrong decision? I remember my first sales training seminar that I attended when I was in my young 20s at a Tom Hopkins program. He introduced me to this idea called the Ben Franklin method of smart decision making. It was so simple, but no one had ever taken the time to mentor or teach me on this little method. It's like this. Get yourself a clean sheet of paper. Draw a line down the center. At the top left side, write for, and on the top right side, write against. Then list out all the reasons for your decision, and then list out all the reasons against your decision. Hey, after you do this exercise called the Ben Franklin, it's going to become very obvious about 95.5% of the time what the smart and right decision is. And I've said it many of times in all of my weekly Floored with Grace and Truth communications. Failing is a part of growing. Becoming super successful at whatever you do and whatever you're leading is going to require making decisions. It involves taking risks. It involves having courage, leaning into it, make the decision. I know that it creates anxiety for a lot of people, and it's often scary and frightening to think about making that decision. I'm here to tell you that we as leaders must create an environment and an atmosphere where making decisions is a safe place for all people on your team. It's our job in leadership to communicate to others around us that this is a safe place for you to make that decision. Go for it. If you think it's a smart choice and it's out to serve our clients, then go for it. We want you to have the freedom and the wherewithal to make good choices, to have extraordinary results and a good, lasting, memorable experience for the client. I mean, think about the last few decisions you delayed. Why did you delay that decision? Was it uncertainty? Was it timing? Maybe you were concerned about the negative potential outcome, afraid of the possible repercussions? You can always change the direction that you're headed in about something, but it becomes very difficult to change the direction you're headed in when you're standing still and you haven't moved anywhere. No one makes the right decision all the time. Nobody. No one. Which means we all make bad decisions from time to time. Look, I know I make a ton of bad decisions all the time, so I'm an authority on this. And what I do to get back up and get back at it and learn not to do that again is having the courage to just face it, reality of what it is that I've decided upon. Anyhow, you get the message. Just make the decision. Have a great week and make good choices out there this week. Bye-bye.